You've been lounging with Skipper. You've been lounging with Skipper.
Yo. I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Loungin with Skip. Today, I'm sitting here with a man that's been doing his thing in St. Louis for, a good amount of years. Definitely over 10 years.
Yep.
You know, director, what else?
Clothing designer.
Clothing designer.
Director. Just all around go-getter, bro.
Okay, well, we got St. Louis's own Mr. A in the building. And I want to welcome you, man, to, another episode of Loungin with Skip. You know what I'm saying? Coming through Loungin with me. It's definitely a blessing to see you.
Thank you. My pleasure, brother. My pleasure.
What I'm saying? You came out here to L.A., you know what I'm saying, to visit and, check out the lay of the land.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, when you got good people you rock with and they move out of town, eventually you got to go see them, see what's up. You know, this is my second time coming to see you in a barbershop in L.A.
Yeah, and that was over 9 years ago. That was around like April and May 2010. So give me some background on you.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, but born and raised in the Cochran Projects. You know what I'm saying? And located downtown by the Dome. And
what was that like for you growing up?
I didn't know any other streets really existed outside the projects. So like we talking over 15 buildings that go. Some go from the lobby to the 12th floor. Mm-hmm. So with that's a whole nother world and city within itself. Mm-hmm. So you get to grow up with a lot of personalities. You see a lot of stuff, and you get to jump over different adversities and stuff as a young kid. So it was a learning lesson, and it helped mold me to the guy that I am today.
Now, from who you are now, directing and things like that. What was your first time, I guess, looking at TV and things of that nature in the background of your mind, asking yourself or telling yourself, one day I want to do that?
Well, I would probably say, man, a lot of the movies that was shot up here from your boys in your hoods to your Minister Society and stuff like that, because...
But what I'm saying, back in grade school, was there anything for you?
Well, actually, I'm going to be honest, around that time, I wasn't even thinking about filming. I was like into hip hop, what I'm saying, into the whole break dancing, to being a DJ, to beatboxing, and to being a rapper.
Okay, so you was rapping back
so I was rapping, and I was actually rapping with my homeboy Shice and a couple of other people. So we were in a group, and his dad and other people were like the managers. Okay. So Shice, he had to pay for nothing. His dad and them, everything was good. But me being me, I still had to come up with my own money for my own projects, and we doing shows and stuff like that.
Now you was doing shows back in grade school?
Oh man, no. Back in grade school, we were more or less freestyling and rapping, but that turned into a group after we got out of like midway through high school and stuff like that.
What high school did you go to?
Man, Vashon High School.
Okay.
And you had all the neighborhoods and the projects going to this one high school, so it got to be a little too much for me, so I went to Southwest High School.
So you said it was too much for you?
Yeah, man, it was gangbang central.
Okay.
Lord, it was gangbang
now,
central.
was this around the time when Colors came out?
Exactly.
Okay, because you know how it was in St. Louis. It was like as soon as Colors came out, it was like that Colors came out that Friday. Then by that Monday, everybody was claiming something.
And hurting something. That movie and the whole LA gangbang lifestyle, it transformed St. Louis forever.
It did.
That's why I watched the old interview Nipsey did, and he was like, he was out of town somewhere, and people was claiming the LA streets. Right. In New York, he was like, man, no, don't claim this. Claim the streets around your neighborhood instead. But shoot, it spread like wildfire.
So, high school, you was in talent shows and things like that?
Yeah. But I was more or less, to be 100 with you, I was more or less back then like a rapper / follower.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the best rapper. I probably was the guy that had the car. My homeboys and they was good, and everything is happening and moving. I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm Mr. A. I want to be a part. I want to be a part of that. So
What name were you going by back then?
Mr. A.
No,
actually, at first I was MC Puppy Love. You know what I'm saying?
MC Puppy Love.
MC Puppy Love.
Okay.
That's when I was on the females and I was a little gentle with it.
Okay.
But then I had to transform to Mr. A when.
So did you end up going off? So when did you graduate?
Say when or what?
Yeah, when?
92.
92 from
Southwest.
So you went to Southwest.
Yeah, because everybody from the Blue Mile to the JBL, everybody was going to Vashon. And where I'm from, my neighborhood, they was Crips, JBL's, Bloods, the Blue Mile. I mean, you had this gumbo of all these people going to this high school. And man, then you had the females call themselves the Switchblade Sisters, and man, it was ugly. Hell yeah. So I said, you know what? Let me get out of here.
Okay.
Let me go back here.
Yeah.
Before I end up getting hurt or something.
Now, did you go off to college or anything?
No, I did. I did some local college. I did Missouri College for like 2.5 years, and I got the associates. But my major was visual communication. They call it VizCom.
So it was starting the whole aspect of that was beginning.
Now, right now, I started to do the artwork and everything, and I said, you know what, I'm not that good, but I'm gonna be like Master P. I want to do all the bling bling artwork. So let me go to school for this. So I did that, and it showed me the whole Adobe Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Yeah,
Photoshop.
But then they brought in a whole new element that rocked my world. That was Adobe Premiere. They showed me how to become a video editor, and I was like, oh, I can do that. I did what? Wait a minute. Okay.
Around what year was this?
This was like I want to say early 2000s.
Okay.
Early 2000s. So I said, okay, I can do this. So I said, well, I need me a video camera. And at that time, they had Smack DVDs out of New York. I was a fan. I was buying all of them. Yeah. I said, well, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna do the St. Louis version. So I met with the homeboys. We had a smoked chicken wing party at his crib to try to come up with the name of what I'm finna do. And then went from Hoodimentary to all these crazy names. So by myself, I ended up coming up with Block DVD.
Okay, so Block DVD, that came about around what? Early 2000s, you say?
Early 2000s, like middle 2000s. Okay. And so I'm graduated. I graduated from college, and I'm finna do this Block DVD thing. So I said, hey, I need me a camera. So I think I ended up getting a loan or something from my mother-in-law or something. My first video camera, I paid $1,800 cash for it. Paid her back. I paid her back. Got a wide-angle lens. So I said, I'm finna shoot a movie. And the movie was supposed to be the setup. So I was like, well,
back then,
I had
15 years ago.
I had the script wrote.
15 years ago.
So I never had my actor. I was gonna get this porn star named it was a porn star from St. Louis. And my homegirl T-Baby from the East Side, so I had meetings with her, and I was like,
porn star from St. Louis?
Yeah, her name
was
a chick. It was a chick.
You talking about
Luscious Lewis or something?
Yeah,
her. Yeah, she was down. Didn't really have proper transportation, but I'm like, hey, I'll pick you up. I said somebody come get you.
Lewis.
But then T-Baby, I'm giving her the star role. She trying to change my whole movie, and like I don't want to play that role. People from East St. Louis gonna think I'm shicey for real. I say, you know what, this is too much. That's too much. Let me switch to my Smack DVD thing. You know, so I started doing interviews and everything, and I was like, okay, this is working. I do an interview, then I shoot somebody a video. Now, mind you, this is the first week I picked up a camera. I'm starting doing these interviews and videos, and I'm figuring the editing thing out. I got it. So
now, was this when we met? So this was like 06?
Yeah, So this is around that time. So I ended up getting I didn't even get a phone call. I called this guy named John Hurst. He had a internet radio station called Riverfront Radio. It was on Southampton, and this sucker was looking like an MTV with it was dope. So I said, hey, I need to come down there and interview you. I'm Mr. A. This is what I got going on. Blah blah blah. When I interviewed him, I never used that interview. I walked into that station talking to this guy with so much confidence, telling him on who I am. The next week, I was on an airplane filming Fashion Week hosted by Mercedes-Benz in New York. So all he paid me to do was go get this footage, bring it back from his station. I had contact people I had to get with as soon as I landed. So I did that, and that led.
So I know at this time you thinking like, man, I went and got this camera.
Yeah.
This camera is sending me off to do.
But I'm still naive to the situation because John said, hey man, what's your per diem? I said, well, you know what? Let me think on it. I'll call you right back. Call the homeboy, man, what's a per diem? He wants to know how much money you want. So I called him back and I said, I think I settled for like $500 a day plus the food. And he said, okay, bet. I said, what? Called the homeboy named Stay High, Orville. I said, bro, I'm finna take you with me. I'm gonna give you $150 a day plus your food. Man, we was out of here. So we did the BET Black College tour with, I think it was Murphy.
What was that like for you, you know, leaving the city, going to do something, you know, this?
It was new, but I knew I had to have my game face on. I knew every piece of the footage I got, it couldn't be no shaky footage. It couldn't be in their face. I knew I had to go above and beyond. So when I brought that footage back, it kept going. Like Jive Records sent me to the Playboy Mansion. It was Huey opening up for.
That's when Huey first came out.
That's when he first came out. Like he's a big star.
Yeah, that's Pop, Lock, and Drop.
Exactly. I had to follow him all over LA, and we get to the mansion. All they wanted me to do is get the driveway up to the mansion. That's it. Follow Huey. So there's a sign saying no cameras, especially video out front. I had to put my equipment in coat check. Like I'm literally got a camera around my neck and another camera on a pole. I'm taking pictures with my left and video camera with my right. So I get there, put in the coat check. Close to midnight, I go back to security, black guy. I say, hey man, I'm from St. Louis. This once in a lifetime, man. He said, listen, go get your equipment when you're done. Put it back. I went and got it and never put it back. So I did all that, and it was a beautiful thing. I get back to the town. I'm putting in all the newspapers, everything. The town loves me now.
Yeah, I remember that happened.
The town loves me now. So I ended up coming back again to LA. There was a movie shot down there called Street Ballers.
My music was in there.
Yeah, exactly. So they showed that movie here in LA at Chinese Man Theater.
You came out here?
Yeah, me and Lamont. We did the red carpet right next to TMZ. We doing our thing.
Okay.
So we networked so much that day that the people that was in the movie, Coach Carter and all that, said, hey, LeBron James is having a celebrity basketball game tomorrow. Come through. Man, we on the floor with celebrities, with Chris Tucker. We doing our thing.
Is that when you was getting all that footage?
Yeah, that's what I was. Hey, I'm acting a fool. I got to get this footage. So, did all that. So now everything's over with. I say, well, okay, this Sunday or whatever it is, I want to go to every hood spot I ever seen or ever heard about in LA. From Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles to the Fox Hill Mall. Everywhere I went, took pictures, got back to the town. They gave me the whole back page of the paper from St. Louis to Hollywood. I was like, man, this is...
Yeah, that paper was called, what was it? Was it Rivers?
No, Riverfront Times. No, this was...
that other one. I know you're talking about. It was like the black...
The Evening World.
It was the Evening World?
Yeah, it was the Evening World.
This other one, I forgot.
It was St. Louis American did something on me, and then the Evening World. The Evening World gave me. I stayed in the Evening World from the front page to the back pages, but then I knew to make
as long as you don't make the front page,
right, for crimes. But I formed a lot of good alliances, man. Like all the promoters, everybody I was cool with. So every time a big celebrity would come to town, I get to do the interview, maybe a couple minutes of their performance, and I would put it on a DVD with the local artists. Okay. From their interviews to their videos to mix them in with everything. And that took off. I did 4 or 5 volumes from the...
Yeah, so you had the block DVDs, the block DVDs.
The theme song. I had the theme song. See, I had to go hard with everything I do. So if I'm going to do these DVDs, I just can't have just DVD. The artwork got to be popping. The intro theme song got to be popping. So that turned into... Doing the videos. Man, I was doing at least 10 videos a week. And I started out doing $300 a video. And I went up, like, I could have quit my job, but I needed that medical insurance. And so, but that turned into two cable TV shows.
So you was doing a whole bunch of, like a lot of folks in the city, you was doing their videos.
I was doing their videos.
Like, not like the Nellies and nothing like that, but like
the Dana Christians was back then.
That basically was still getting their music going. They just wanted some videos shot to their shit.
I was the one that was putting the faces to the.
You was the hood director. You was the hood director.
And that went a long way for a long time. Like I ended up having a cable TV, Block TV. Everything was up under the umbrella of Block. So I had my own internet radio station called Block Radio. Yeah. Then I did Block TV. So I had a 1-hour cable TV show on both sides of the water. Then a couple of years ago, I started Block Battles, where I was doing the battle rapping and everything. Okay. Now I'm finna start up another leg of it's called Block Poetry, spoken word poetry and stuff like that. So everything has to fall up under that block, and no matter where I go in this country, no matter who it is, you got to call me Mr. A. I worked hard for that name. Mm-hmm. I worked hard for that name. Mm-hmm. So with the movies, man.
Yeah. So what was your first movie that you did?
So the first movie, man, it was called A Reckless Victim, and it was a stalker movie. It was good. Everything was good, but it wasn't nothing that I really put it out. I didn't use no external microphones. I didn't have any lights. It was just saying I could do a movie. But that movie taught me to do better and better, upgrade all the equipment and everything. But yeah, and then I did a 13-minute movie called The Longest Mile, and from there I was just going up. I did a movie called Salute to East St. Louis, and that was a whole like hip hop opera type of movie. Like I'll do a scene, the person that scene will start rapping, and then go into a video that'll lead to another scene.
Like some like when Jay-Z did the Streets Is Watching.
Yeah. So I did that. So I knew I was good on both sides of the water. I knew that some scenes can be dangerous because in a couple of years alone, man, I had so many guns pointed at my camera. It felt like I was a war correspondent. Like every neighborhood, you would do your interview, you want to pull out a Uzi, you want to pull out this. So I'm literally filming, but my body right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping to the left.
Right.
And
it's not like they probably unloaded. They probably loaded up.
Yeah, but right, exactly. Especially in the neighborhoods I was in. But then all these videos got to going so viral that I would get people from like the Better Family Life would call me. But you would call me to finesse me because I didn't know any better. You wanted me to get all these rappers to come out to your Peace Fest, and you gonna look out for Mr. A Block DVD. I said, okay, cool. Did all that. You didn't look out for me. And then what else? I had DJs, all type of stuff, but now I know better. I know better now. You can't finesse me like that no more. But everything, like life and everything you go through is a learning lesson.
So the setup. What you filmed that movie? Did you film that movie knowing that you were gonna put it out on Amazon Prime? And what made you put it out on Amazon Prime out of all the different avenues?
So with the setup, I knew that the cast I had and the dedication they was giving me, that I knew I was gonna push this. So when the movie was done, we rented out theaters and it was sold out. The soundtrack, and we had a concert that was sold out. So I said, hey, you guys are in this movie. I'm going to give you X amount of copies. You sell it, you make the money because nobody's getting paid. We're still local independent, but it's all about the actors. I got to do something for them. So did all that, and they were doing their rounds with the movies, did the whole St. Louis around. I ended up getting an inbox from a film company, Scholarwood Motion Pictures out of New Orleans. They said, hey man, we like what you're doing, man, we want to talk to you. So I talked to them, I sent them some more footage. They said, well listen, hey, we want to offer you a North American distribution deal. We like this movie to set up, and if you finish the setup part 2, let us see. We want to offer you a deal. It's going to be a 60-40 split, but it also goes on how many views and stuff like that, and it may take a while before you see anything, but we're guaranteed to push it and make some stuff happen. So I said, you know what? Send me the contract. So the contract itself was like 6 or 7 pages, and then they even sent us a contract for the soundtrack, but I said, well, we're going to hold off on the soundtrack because these are individual people movies, and I don't know if they got them registered or what's going on with that. But I looked at the contract, had it checked out, everything was on the up and up, and I said, okay, I'm going to sign this, but I'm not going to mail it back to you. I'm finna fly down there, give it to you, and shake your hand. I need to see what you all about, this and that. So I've already watched some of their movies. They got a lot of B-list celebrities in their movies. So I went down there, me and Lamont and them, their vehicles are actually wrapped with their movies, and this is what they're doing. So I said, okay, these people are about their business. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. It took a minute to even get on Amazon because Amazon itself, wow.
What's that?
They won't allow certain things. Like I had a girl get out of the hot tub. She was partially nude. They said, hey, you gotta do something about that. A girl that was showing her breasts, hey, you gotta do something. I'm saying, I just watched the movie and they was worse than that. But now with the new criteria that they have, they want to watch it. So it took, after signing the deal, it took another 3-4 months before that movie even get up there because they had
to edit some stuff out.
Yeah, I had to edit some stuff out. Actually, they did it down there. They edited some stuff out and they got it right. Then it had to be coded to where people in Japan can watch it, or stuff like that. Yeah, it's certain way you can save it where they can watch it because they're not. Here we do the NTS, something like that, so where we can watch on our TVs. Over there, it was a different way. So they did all that, and it took a minute. But when it uploaded, I was cheesing.
So is it like an Amazon Prime original, or is it like just like it's a movie you put out that people can go on Amazon Prime? They can look up the setup and they can rent it, or they stream it down like on demand, or they have to rent it.
So basically, it's like the second part of what you said. It's not an Amazon original. It's It's a movie that Amazon will let select few filmmakers do a deal with them and let them upload it, so you can actually rent the movie for $1.99, or you can buy it for $7.99, or you can actually download it. Now, the part 2, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can watch the movie for free. And or if you're not, you can just rent it or download and stuff like that. So it's a big deal, man. There's not a lot of filmmakers in every city that has movies on there.
That's what I'm saying. So coming out of St. Louis, are you the first?
I am the very first.
The very first
filmmaker that has an urban
St.
movie
Louis
on Amazon Prime. Not one, but 2.
So whatchamacallit, because not even Street Ballers is on Amazon Prime.
That's not on
you
Amazon.
Can't even...
It did its round on demand, and they showed it on BET,
BET.
but then that was it.
That was it.
That was it.
It kind of like just died off.
Kind of died off.
And I think it's because of just where the times are now. As far as streaming is concerned. At that time, streaming wasn't...
it wasn't as
big
relevant,
thing.
right?
That's what this is now. To where now, instead of it being on DVD, people can just go watch it and they can rent it. $1.99. That revenue's coming to you. You know, they get their split. You get your split off the, and it's always there.
It is always there.
So is it like a deal where it'll be up for like 5 years, or it's gonna always be up there?
It's gonna always be up there, and that's the beauty of it. You may not see no money today, but as long as people steady watching it and we steady promoting it, sending people there. Like right now in the city of St. Louis, there's over 6 buses that have that advertised on the side of it. We have billboards up and down the highway. So we are sending the traffic to where it needs to be. So it just needs to work its magic. And I'm working on a movie now called The Show Me State. So I am going to be pushing it towards Amazon, Hulu, and hopefully if I can get some other streaming.
You got these networks now, UMC, Brown Sugar.
But it's not easy to get them to play ball with you. You have to. The old saying goes, you have to know somebody, and that somebody that you know got to like you and feel what you're doing to be able to push you through the door. And I got lucky in that aspect.
That's what's up. That's a blessing, man. So how is the city taking into it?
Well, the city is taking into it as long as I keep it in their face. Let's say, for instance, like when the Show Me State is done, and I put it in their face, like we're finna have this premiere, this finna happen, this finna happen, then they'll come. So in order for me to keep their interest peaking, I put behind the scenes videos and pictures and stuff like that up to keep the fan base. Because in any city, you can't take off doing nothing for a year. You take off for a year, there's somebody else gonna step in your shoes and be ready to rock.
Ain't nobody filming that. Nobody making no movies and nothing.
Nah, they making movies, but they're not making movies. They're making movies for YouTube or something small, and the quality is not that good. You making an all hood movie. Me, I have different backgrounds, nationalities in the movies, so that's what sets me apart. I have a scene in the movie where a girl said she's finna land in St. Louis in a helicopter. I had to go rent a helicopter to make that happen.
You really getting it in,
man. I got no choice.
So hold on, so you got the sequel to the setup?
Yeah,
it's setup 2.
The setup part 2. Karma's a beast in the city. What comes around goes around. I pretty much got some of the same cast, but I brought in more of my white friends. And
so both of these movies are on Amazon.
They're on Amazon right now.
I can go up there right now. For those out there listening to this right now, you can go up on Amazon Prime or Amazon.
Yeah.
You can even go
Amazon
up on
Video.
If you go on the Fire Stick and just type in the setup. And the setup 2 right now. You sitting there listening to this. You go in, you type it up. His movie will pop up. Make sure y'all click that.
Well, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I can use the support.
I got listeners in France and all over the world, man, that listens to the podcast, man. So
no doubt.
So what's set up now for the future? What's up?
Well, right now, I'm trying to focus on these movies, and I also started a clothing line not too long ago. It's called TEAR VS.
What's that mean?
TEAR and VS, and it basically stands for I Shed a Tear for This Violent State, and it's dedicated to victims of violence like throughout the world. And it also has another meaning. It's in my family members' name: Tammy, Emma, Alex, Rachel, Venus, and my deceased sister Sandra. So I bring it all home with TEAR VS. and I have several different designs, and every design has a teardrop. It's letting you know that it's from the teddy bear to the girl with the afro puff to the cool dude. Yeah, it has, and I even have an eye with a teardrop. So that's what I'm on, man.
What made you want to get into doing the clothing?
I don't know. It's just I'm a go-getter. Every year I try to think of something to make myself better. So before the clothing line, I was going to do a wine. And I was going to do a wine where I was going to fly out to some venues and vineyards and check out some, how to do it. Then I was going to do an energy drink. But something, I can't remember, something made me get into the clothes. And
everybody wears clothes.
Yeah, and I got the hoodies, I got the t-shirts, I got the tracksuits. So I'm just trying to push, bro. And I had my first fashion show a year ago, and it was sold standing room only. So that made me think I could do whatever.
Well, the thing about it is to maintain revenue is to basically embark on something that can constantly that's constantly in need. Everybody needs to wear clothes.
Yeah.
Just like for me, everybody needs to get a haircut.
Yeah.
So, just like people in funeral homes, everybody needs a funeral home because everybody passes away. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that, everybody needs something. You know what I mean? So getting into the clothing is just a matter of just getting certain people to take into the clothing line, and then from there, that's where it can grow.
I also noticed too, everybody to a certain extent wants to be involved in something, and if you got something that they can be involved in and it's positive and they feel it, they're gonna rock with you. They gonna rock with, like when I say I got a team, and they rock with me.
Man, I'm glad that you came out here to rap with me. When you had hit me up and you was like, yeah, I'm in the city, whatever. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this episode in because I was like, who do I want to interview next? And I looked at like it was a sign from God speaking on my spirit to say, interview Mr. A. You know what I mean? Just on the simple fact of you reaching out to me 9.5 years ago when you came out here and interviewed me, and that footage is still up on YouTube.
Yeah, no doubt.
When you came to the show and filmed me sitting at the NPC before the city, St. Louis was even doing live beat shows. Yeah. I was doing that.
But I rocked with you though. We've been rocking for years.
But I'm saying though, before the city was doing live beat shows, I was doing that back in it's stamped.
Yeah.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now that's what's it's like that's a common thing that's happening. I do that out here now.
But you know what? I'm gonna speak a little bit into the future, and I really don't even do this. I see you doing big things, and I see myself doing big things. I expect within the next 10 years or less to have movies on HBO,
of course,
to have do these big things, and I expect for us to be sitting down again over a beer or something and talking about.
Listen, you gonna hit me up to say, Skip, I need for you to come and work on this movie with me to be the barber on the movie. You know what I'm saying? What's your budget? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like,
and I'm gonna come through. I got something for you.
You know what I'm saying? And so it all coincides.
And you know what's crazy about that is, you're not bragging, I'm not bragging.
It's
but
just
our work ethic. I'm not stopping until I be able to sit in a room with somebody and we in the middle of Alaska and I'm selling you ice. Like, hey, this is the best ice you could ever have. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
you know what? I think that the reason why people brag is because people don't understand that what we do is gifts from God.
Yeah.
When you understand and know that whatever it is that you do, you can have somebody that's a doctor, a physician, or whatever. They doing it to the best of their ability. That's their gift from God. Why walk around bragging about something that was given to you as a gift?
You don't even got to do that.
You know what I mean?
Because you'll turn people off.
Exactly. And then what that does is it turns away your gift. And so for me, this is one reason why I started my podcast, was because I feel like every person has a gift in what it is that they do. Yeah. So my mission, I feel, for this podcast is to link up with people to talk about their journey and where it is that they came from, where it is that they are, and where they're going.
Well, I'm stepping, man. What I mean by I'm stepping, they say a journey starts with only one step. I'm still on my journey. I'm steady stepping. I'm walking. Like like the Show Me State. I've filmed scenes in New Orleans. I'm filming scenes in LA, and it all ties to how people will leave these cities and you headed back to the show me state, or you came from the show me state to these individual cities. So, man, hey, I got to do what I got to do because ain't nobody else gonna do it for us.
So I'm curious. Any last words you want to mention to anybody out there that any striving director that a young kid who wants to direct small town somewhere in the States? What inspiration or what story, what could you give them to fuel them?
I'm gonna try to quote the same answer I got when I asked about this. Angles. Work on your angles. Go pick up your iPhone. Go pick up any type of camera that you can pick up and just film multiple angles. Because also always have external audio, because you can make up for bad video. You can put B-rolls of a car going down the street to cover up a bad piece of video, but you can't make up for bad audio. So angles, external audio, and get out your circle. Step out your circle and do something different. I've been all around this country, man, just being me, filming. Yeah. You gotta step out your circle, bro, and go do something. So,
how can people reach you? They want to contact you. So, as far as you take music for the background of your movies.
I'm always looking for music for soundtracks, music submissions. You can call me 314-266-9614. It's the block at gmail.com.
Spell that.
ITSDABLOCK DVD at gmail.com. YouTube, Mr. A Block DVD. Google Mr. A Block DVD. I will come to your city and shoot movies, and I'm very, very, very reasonable price.
Yeah, depending on y'all budget. Make sure y'all come with a budget though.
And I will fly in, and we'll go to work. I'm not flying in to party. I'm flying in to go to work, go to sleep, get something to eat, and fly out. And we're going to make magic.
Y'all heard it from the man himself, Mr. A. Mr. A, I appreciate you coming through to holler at me.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Lounging with me, you know what I'm saying?
You got to give me the you got to do that one time for me.
Mr. Skip.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, yo, so until next time, peace.
Peace.